What is up, everybody? This will be my Hecarim jungle video, and I'm gonna go over everything you need to know on how to play Hecarim jungle. So Hecarim jungle actually just got buffed recently, and the buffs are pretty big. I think Hecarim jungle is for sure, a top tier jungler now after the changes. He got some good buffs to his W. The healing is up. The cooldown is down by 1 second. The duration, but the cooldown is down by 2 seconds. Sorry. So it's overall a really good buff for W. He's really good spot right now. So the big things about Hecarim jungle, you can go Conquer Page or you can go the Phase Rush. Phase Rush is generally better if you're playing against like any sort of like slow effect on the enemy team comp, which is pretty much every game. Some games you can go Conquer as well. It's up to you. For pathing, you can, in this meta, I prefer just to path down. So I always like to either solo Raptors or start red if I can get a leash. And on the other side, you can solo blue or solo wolves. It's really, you're never guaranteed to get a leash, and I really don't prefer pathing up. So we always want to kind of play around that. Here, a good thing about Hecarim, or important things about Hecarim to remember is it's all about the Q stacks, right? You always want to keep your Q stacks going, as you can see. And we're always going to do Krugs after Raptors just to get that extra spawn timer down. And remember, and really just be sure to always kind of keep your stacks going. Your stacks are very important when you're playing Hecarim jungle. Especially when it comes down to like a fight. If someone was to invade you and you don't have all 3 stacks, you're not really able to turn the gank. And that's a really big thing for Hecarim jungle. Also, just remember to just, play for your full clear. This champion is all about full clearing. He's all about farming. Here, I'm going to show you guys how we're going to keep our stacks going. In this situation, you just want to drag it out. You have smite, right? So you're going to do Q one more time and then just smite it to keep your stacks going through this part. This time, you might drop 1 stack, which is fine. So you just W early and then just Q whenever you get close to keep your stacks going. And that's pretty much it for the clear. When you're going top to bot, that's usually the tricky part. Just make sure you drag the camp a little bit and make sure your Q is pretty much ready to, execute on that timer. Here, same thing, just drag it out a bit if you want. It's really up to you. You don't have to be like perfect about jungle clearing. That's not how League of Legends is if you want to win games. It's all about just being a smart player and just knowing what your champion identity is. This game, we kind of identify what is Hecarim. Hecarim is, a full clear jungler, right? What does he want to do? Full clear. So if you can full clear, have all your stacks ready and gank after you're clear, that's a very big thing. And this is an example of how I would gank, right? So ball lane, how do I want to gank it? Well, I want to keep my stacks going. So what I'm going to do is drag this and then go for the gank here. So now my stacks are up. This is be, example of a gank angle. You just want to hit the rel and just get your stacks going as much as possible. And just drag it out as much as possible. So here we see the Shyvana. So I was against a Shyvana jungle. And Shyvana jungle is generally, she's a pretty easy jungler to play against early game. So I'm not scared of going for that play. I'm not really scared of Shyvana jungle. So you don't really worry about that kind of stuff. And also a good habit is, let's say you full clear here. What should you do? Should you just base? No, you always want to drop a ward here and then look to either base or play for your full clear again. This game, well, we're going CDR boots, which is a very, great early game buy for us. You really want, your tier 1 boots. They're or tier 2 boots. They're very OP. Ability haste boots on Hecarim. Very good for his early game because it's all about that cheapness of this tier 2 boots. Your passive scales off movement speed. Your entire kit is pretty much about movement speed. So it's a very big thing. Here I'm going straight to Raptors because sometimes you can get invaded on your Raptor camp. So you probably think like, okay, shouldn't you go Krugs then Raptors? Ideally to keep spawn times perfect, but think about League of Legends, you're never really going to be in these perfect spawn time situations. You really just need to make sure in a situation where I'm going for bot crab and Shyvana is going for top crab, that she doesn't get, confident to walk in and try to steal my Raptors. That's a very bad thing. And also after this angle, it's an easy topside dive, right? So this kind of situation, you don't really need stacks up. I'm just here because I think this guy might cancel his base. And Hecarim's low enough where if he tries to dive on his own, he might actually die. So what I'm going to do is just go in. Wait, Hecarim, you don't have to go. Now, I don't know why Hecarim did that. Or, sorry, I don't know why Kennen did that. All he had to do was wait for me to cut him off, and we would have been good. So here, I don't know if I can fight this guy. Mostly because Shyvana auto for auto is actually quite scary. And I don't think I'm going to even go for that play. It's really not that necessary. Void Grubs are up, so that's a play I want to play against. Here's actually a good play where we can just go for this Echo play. So this Malzahar just has to press R on him. But he kind of forgot to just press R. It does look like it's up. So here I want to go and contest the Void Grub. So I need Kennen to come. We just have to be smart about how we approach this. So she's on it. I'm going to heal up on the crabs, just go with my Kennen. A bit late on that flash, my man, but you know what? Take that. Not really, because I have to run now. So now we're in a very dire situation thanks to our team, but we're not going to get tilted off that. We're just going to keep playing around, what our conditions are, which is... This guy wants to flash army. I'm quite fast, so we have to kind of permakite him here. We do have people coming. But I should have played it a bit slower there. They will eventually die, which is fine for me. But a little sad for the game state in general. Braum, do your thing. For the love of God, Braum, do something. My team cleans up. I'm extremely frustrated, but I'm not going to let that deter me from how we're going to play. Also, this game is Diamond, Emerald, so you can expect the best from the players, obviously. Incredible players all around me, so I really got to predict the unpredictable. So here I'm just going to start the crab burst because we're going to play for the grubbies, of course, so I'm just going to finish the crab. As I stack the crab, we're going to be ready to grub, so I'm going to just smite once. Because we have 2 charges, it's not really a big deal. And here we just kind of go to farm mode. So right after this, I spent so much time doing things that weren't good for me. They weren't profitable, right? Like, I really wanted that Echo kill. Malzahar didn't press R. We ran around a lot. We ended up not really, making a great play happen for us. So here, I really want this play. So I'm going to ghost right away. And the goal is to just get on this Echo, right? We just want to get on him. And then once he's on, we're pretty much good to go. We don't really have to do anything else. And I'm obviously going to tax the wave as much as possible because we're trying to carry. They're actually not on Dragon. I really thought they were on Dragon there. Face checking there is really dangerous. I don't recommend face checking there because we show on the wave. When you show on the wave like that, you're pretty much telling them where you are. So that was a bad face check. We don't really want to go for face checks like that. In this situation, we're just going to farm up top side. We're going to give Shyvana the dragon. It's very obvious what she wants. Sometimes you just have to give, like the girls what they want. And in return, we're going to just take our top side jungle, right? So we just trade the dragon for, this timing for us to farm. It's never bad, right? Remember we talked about Hecarim is all about farming. And there isn't really that many mechanics about him. You just really want to use your E between camps when it's pretty far away, and also just remember to kind of kite around a lot. Your damage isn't really about, your damage isn't going to be through your auto attacks as much. It's all about the Q, and you want to be stacking your Q. You want to have your Q stacked, and you want to follow people like glue. You want to be glued to people. This is possibly dangerous, but also I just really want to contest this kind of jungle because Shyvana did dragon. Generally, if she does dragon like that, it really means her clears kind of slowed down. So this is just something I can play around. I can smite it and leave any time, but I also think I can do another camp. So if you ever do this steal, remember, you always want to do it, and then you kind of want to just run up this way. As far as way as possible, you can see you can drag it really far. And this is just pretty much like a little heist, right? We're just able to heist that. Very nicely done. And then it gives us a nice little gank angle right after. So if I was to gank here, I just need Kennen to kind of, buy a little time here. And then boom. We want to knock him away, right? Like we want to just make sure. And then we want to R him backwards, right? We always want to drag him around. And beautifully done. Remember, it's following around, chasing, and pushing them in. Your W, it doesn't do much damage, but we're still maxing a second. Always max Q then W no matter what. Eclipse is essential. The build is pretty straightforward. You go Eclipse every game. I mean, 80 jungle is just kind of... Bruiser items are just really bad right now. And if you want to be a viable champion, you just have to go Eclipse. to have any sort of like relevance in the early game. Second item, Cleaver, really strong right now. These two items are like pretty much like a core 2-item comp. Some people go Thunder Sky second. It really depends on the champion, but generally it's Eclipse into Cleaver for Hecarim, and then Zeke's third item. Zeke's really good with Hecarim, gives him that cheap little third item spike. And then generally it's like Death Stance and Sterix, right? That's like your build on the champion. Here I don't really have R, so it's kind of a bit of a wasted play. Don't really think it's good. If they try to turn it, I think it's much better. See, I'm like more here for the counter gank, right? I'm here to kind of dissuade the Shyvana, for example, for jumping in. If I can stop the Shyvana from jumping in, that's much better. I really don't want to do much here, though. Because, first of all, we don't have our stacks up. I don't have my R up. I just want Twitch to get, you know, moving. That's it. Now that my stacks are up, it's a much better play. Much better. Now that I have my R coming up, I can kind of juke around here, keep my stacks going. Oh, damn. Could have played that a bit better. But they ended up dying anyways. There, I was just kind of constantly kiting. The Brel stunned me during my R. I just needed to not. I needed to R better there. I wasn't sure if Zeri had her mobility, but I mean, overall, that's a good fight. Like, rules of engagement for Hecarim jungle is stacks. Do I have 3 stacks on my queue? Yes, take the fight. No, think about if it's a good fight. Maybe run. That's all. That's all this champion is. You really don't even have to think with this champion. Just farm as much as possible. If you don't know what you're doing, you should just be farming. And if you ever think if you should be fighting, then just think, do I have stacks? No. Okay, go get stacks. I have stacks. Okay, maybe fight good, you know? Fight strong, fight smart. This guy, Rel, I don't know exactly where she is, but we can just kill Rel here too. Here, remember we talked about it. We have stacks. Stacks good. Okay, we fight. No stacks. Okay. Stack bad. Don't know where Shyvana is. Try not to face check her if I can. But we have fruits. Also, we can get stacks here. Same concept. Stacks up. Okay. Stacks good. Me smart. Me fight. Stack. No stacks. Okay. Maybe not a good fight. I'm actually just baiting it. I don't want to go in. Without R up, you have to... Without R up, you're never committing to anything. Like, committing is just bad without R. You just want to stall. You just want to stall. Now that I have R up, though, it's a bit of a different story. Go, Kennen! Use your shoes. Oh! Beautifully done. And all about kiting around. You really want to kite around. Make them look like fools. Use your speed to the advantage. Sometimes you just kite around like this and just spam E. Or you spam Q without even using your E. That's just how important it is to kind of be using your mobility to your advantage. This champion, a lot of your power is the mobility. And you have to be a little greedy little rat if you ever want to do well. Here is actually quite far away from tower that I think it's quite good for me to just kill him. Also have Braum coming, so I can just kind of play around. Remember, we play around stacks, and then when we're ready to commit, we can commit, right? It's all about that kind of buying time. Use your mobility as much as possible. Be as annoying as possible as well. You have to be a little rat when you're playing Hecarim. You may not like it. You may not be... That may not be your personality, but you have to be the rat. You have to play like a rat. You have to smell like a rat. You just have to be the little rat gameplay. I'm greedy as hell when I'm trying... Like, with your bases, too, you have to be so greedy. Like, if there's farm to be killed, you just have to farm. And I won't even consider base until I feel like I've cleared everything remotely possible on this side of the map. Then I base. Like, you have to play really greedy. And you can just look at the CS difference between me and Shyvana. Like, even though I'm able to impact super well, I'm also just really greedy with all my kind of stuff. You can actually E over walls, by the way. That situation, I could have gone for a potential E through the wall. You can also E through the walls through the blast plant as well. That's the play. I can show you guys if I have an opportunity where the blast plant is, you know, far away. But your E, if you look at the E range, the more you go, the further it becomes, right? So it becomes something you can use once you have a target over the wall to kind of gap close and get over. Here we have Cleaver, and then we're going to go Zeke's, and Depth stance is pretty much, you know, if you're against a relatively high, you know, AD comp, we do want to go for, you know, the DD. This time I'm just going to buy Null Magic. Null Magic is kind of OP. I think they are nerfing the next patch, but I guess we'll find out later. Same concept applies. Just go farm your jungle, be a happy little farmer. Herald is up, but I don't really want to do Herald yet. I think, you know, if you're ever considering, like, should you be ganking or whatever, generally, if you have R up and you have Ghosts, you have everything up, like, yes, you can gank, but priority number one is always farm, right? You should always clear, like, at least half of your jungle. Like, if I was to gank now, I would clear this side of my jungle, right? The red Crux Raptors. Then I would consider doing something. And this example is me just, now that I've cleared, you know, these camps, now I kind of consider, you know, the play of, you know, ganking and stuff like that. And it's always the clear and then the gank, you know, because if you don't follow this rule, it's really easy as a jungler to just ruin your farm timers, right? Because obviously a lot of players do not know when it's good to farm, right? Like, it's a difficult to know exactly when it's good to farm. It's extremely difficult, and it's just not something you're going to learn that easily. You're better off just kind of damn, I got spinned on. Garen, you little rat, man. Thought it was a 1v1. If I hit the E into the Q, that would have been kill, but overall, Garen is really annoying, and I don't like Garen. I want that to be on record. I absolutely despise Garen. If I have a chance to kill this little disgusting rat champion, I will. So help me, I will. We are super ahead, but objective bounties are kind of going off. But Kennen has not really a flank. The Malzahar flank. The Malzahar flank. Oh. Misses literally everything. Wait, does he? Okay, R'd a bit late. Interesting. I mean, I guess it worked, right? This situation, sometimes I start to take more side lane farm. That's something you can consider. After 20 minutes, around 20 minutes, like 18, 19 minutes, it's really good to start taking farm from sideways if there's nothing to farm, like your jungle, or if it's just a good opportunity to take like a side wave, then you should just take that chance, really. Because there's a debuff as a jungler that, you know, before 20 minutes, it slowly goes away. But after 20 minutes, it's completely gone, the jungle debuff. That's something you can really take advantage of as well. This Zeri, yes, she is strong, but I'm actually stronger. But not with the Rel there. I don't know if I want to fight. We don't have Kennen R. Maybe I griefed my team a bit there. Listen, I may have dabbled a little too far and baited everyone. I should just R right away. The Rel is really glued me to the ground. Oh shit. I need a Twitch to stay on my side. It went as bad as possible. I still think the game is fine, but that's not... Oh god, the game is gone. It's gone sour. Lads, it's gone sour, but it's still okay. We just have to play it for our fights. Play around Braum, play around Twitch. We do have Ken and R, and they're quite low, so Kennen could clean up here. Actually, I don't think they can Baron at all. It's perfect Kennen flash on. Just killed the spawner, making Baron. Never mind, the game has not gone sour, I repeat. It's not gone sour. In fact, it's actually extremely sweet still. So we're in a good spot. Braum, save him! He just has to auto-queue. Oh my god, he misclicked. He misclicked. I still have Shelly, so I can always R. Probably gonna use Shelly here to break the mid tower. You gotta ride Shelly if you really want to win. I'm just killing the rest of the wave too. And the game is stabilized, so we didn't actually lose the game. I mean, I never thought it was over. I knew it was easy peasy. I really do want the red here though. But if we're not gonna get it, it's fine too. Just who flash? Well. Good fight. I mean, we just take a fight because we have everything. Ken and our enemy team is just in a bad spot. I would rather have gone Baron here if my team was down for it. I think it's extremely easy to Baron with everyone dead. But my team is not down for that, so it's okay. I don't think we can end. You can never end. So it's just better to go for like the Baron play in that situation. But it also requires your team to move, which my team did not move. But that was a really good fight, and that's just an example of our team. You know, you can always kind of play to engage as the Hecarim. That's a big part about the champion. You just have really good engagement. You don't always have to engage with your R, right? As an example, we used our E to just kind of go in, and then we used our R sort of like as an afterplay. This game, I think I need armor because there is an 80 carry. 80 carries are broken, so I'm gonna go for the armor play. You could easily kill them here. You just have to go slow, right? So we're gonna play slow. We're gonna wait for me to be there. Only person who has to go slow is me. I need to run. Someone's slowing me. I'm okay. I'm not really gonna catch me. Team a bit greedy there. They weren't really in a position to fight. They are a bit late, but I'd rather just use this opportunity for me to catch my farm and use it as a farm window. The Zeke's is really good with my R. You can see the value is quite nice. Plus, it just gives you that good cheap item with a lot of good defensive stats, right? It creates a storm after your R. So it makes it really, you know, like very broken. It goes kind of strong. I think Zeri's not that strong. But I don't have R ups, that's a problem. But I also think she's greedy. I can just play around a greedy Zeri. And greed is a sin, right? We don't want to commit sins like the Zeri. And until she has like a full like armor pen item, she will never really kill me. So already we have a decent amount of armor, right? With the Zeeks and all that kind of stuff. Plus we're going in Indepth Sounds, which I really like a lot. I think Indepth Sounds is a really good item. I'd rather do Baron here. Like I really think Baron, you know, essential. Closing out games like this, never happening. But getting your team to group up, like do the Baron is so good. I could go crazy here for the dive. Damn, this little rat echo. Yeah, it's extremely hard to get your team to do a Baron Nashor. You know, like, Baron Nashor is a great objective, guys. Why don't we do Baron Nashor? No, I'd rather siege mid tower. Let us siege mid tower. It must be sieged. I wonder why, guys. Echo kill here would be really good. He's quite strong. I have 1,000 to my DDA. We are stacking dragons, but dragons are going to take too long for us to win the game, so I'm not really going to play around like dragon as like the win con. The win con is to do a Baron when we have good vision. Like this is really, you know, a decent vision setup when we have this way push, this way push. That's when it's a good Baron. We can do it really fast. I can tank it. Twitch can do damage to it. Very easy. But now we're in the situation where dragon's up in 40. So now we have to change our the side we're playing on. Instead of top side Baron, we want to play bot side. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing right now. So here I'm just going to farm my bot side. Personally, if you're stronger, I don't think you should give the enemy team dragon when you're, you know, already 2 dragons. Maybe if you're like 1 dragon, it's okay, but this guy's greedy. Shauna hurts. I am pretty much perfect for her to fight though. But also I'm fighting her on her conditions, but I have my teammates around, so overall it's a really good fight to kill her there. Here the fruits heal you quite a good amount. So I need to heal up a bit. They could be on Baron, but now it's too late for us to go. No. Echo can steal, there's no to steal it. Without their jungler up, I would want my team to unite as a unit and just go straight to the Baron Nashor. That would make me extremely happy, which they seem to be doing. And then I would hit the plant to going down to see who's contesting us. We do the crab and then we just start the Baron. So this is how I would want to play. Sure, they know we're on Baron, but they have no jungler, so it's 100%. If it gets low enough, we just smite at 1200. Stay away from somewhere you can get crowd control. You just want to be on the left side here. And then if you want to fight after, fight after. If there's no fight, then just leave. I think there's a rel here. Maybe going for deep wards. Maybe not. Either way, I have my deaths down. So now I'm really strong. If you want MR, you can go into some MR items. This game, I might need MR later. I really like Sterix though. If you need a tank MR item, there's a lot of good options. You can go, you know, Force of Nature. Spear Visage. Abyssal Mass is quite cheap too. Or you can go Maw too if you want to go Maw. Maw is also a good option. Here, I don't mind fighting here. Extremely strong. Fight around as much as possible. Beauty. You can just take so much punishment as Hecarim because of how beautiful I am. And yeah, I mean, that should be game after that. I'm just looking for some jungle camps to heal off of. There's still a rel around, but I guess rel can't really do much about this. Ending could be a bit tricky because we don't really have minions, but we do have a wave coming now. All you need is the wave to end the game. A couple minions, literally even 1 minion will get the job done. But I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Sure, like and subscribe if you haven't already. That's Hecarim Jungle. Good luck on the game. Good luck on the climb. Good luck on everything. Be sure to follow. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.